Pisces, I'm tuning in for a reading today. Let's go ahead and see what messages Spirit has for you today. Holy Spirit, channel through the messages that Pisces needs to hear most at this time. What are your messages for Pisces? And what does Pisces need to know at this time? Queen of Pentacles, the Hangman. Your abundance, your prosperity is expanding. The Queen of Pentacles is a very grounded, stable energy. And what the Hangman is saying here is that less is more. You've achieved a level of stability, a level of peace, a level of groundedness that can't be taken away from you. You've built this yourself. And as you can see here, the Queen of Pentacles, whether you're male or female, this is an archetype. This is the card of abundance, of overflow, of multiple streams of income, of investments, of savings, of feeling grounded, feeling whole, feeling stable in your energy. And the Hangman is saying, Pisces, right now, there's a need to reflect on what it is that you've created. I'm getting a message here that you may be too hard on yourself and Spirit is proud of you. And there's also a need for you to be proud of yourself, for you to acknowledge something. There may be a fear of complacency, but Spirit is saying have gratitude and be proud of where you are and what it is that you've accomplished and where you are today. You being proud of yourself, you being grateful, you acknowledging what it is that you've built, how much you've done in your life, is not going to cause you to be complacent. It's actually going to build you up and it's going to motivate you to go for more. So, acknowledging your success, acknowledging your achievements, being at peace with what it is that you've built and done for yourself, it's going to make you feel more solid and more grounded in what you've already done. I don't know why I'm getting this message here, but your energy is not necessarily showing up as water, it's showing up as earth. There's a very grounded aspect of your energy. And Spirit wants you to know this. Spirit wants you to tune into this energy, into this element of pentacles. Things have become real, things have become stable. You can touch it, feel it, grab it, is what I'm getting here. It's no longer an idea, it's no longer a dream, it's no longer a concept. You've made it real. Okay, I don't know who needs to hear this. This reading may not resonate for all of you, but the Hangman energy, the way that you go about things is going to be different than other people. So you have to do what works for you. Holy Spirit, what does Pisces need to know at this time? What does Pisces need to know at this time? The Queen of Pentacles is also a card of good health and a lot of emotional and mental stability. So whatever it is that you did, Pisces, you grounded the energy. And there's a sense of peace, there's a sense of calm, no matter what's going on outside of you. It doesn't affect your internal state. Eight of Wands in the reverse. King of Cups in the reverse. Any emotions that are not in alignment with your sense of groundedness or your sense of peace, you are allowing yourself to reflect on them. Because the King of Cups in the reverse is not someone that doesn't feel emotions, it's someone that is having emotions that may be a challenge to regulate or that may have caused a spiral in the past. But with the Queen of Pentacles showing up as your first card, your sense of groundedness, your sense of peace, your sense of stability within is helping you regulate emotion. The Spirit is saying, Pisces, you've done a very good job of grounding yourself. And that is helping any kind of emotional regulation or challenging emotions that you may be going through, whether it's high highs or low lows. Holy Spirit, clarify the Eight of Wands in the reverse for Pisces. What does Pisces need to know about the Eight of Wands in the reverse? What is this about? King of Wands. So this is powerful energy. Whatever it is that you're doing, Pisces, you're in control, you're on top of it. Even if your emotions may lie to you at times, or you may need to regulate your emotions, you're in control, you're in power. Look at the facts, look at the results. If your emotions are ever going through some kind of dip or some kind of high and low, don't base your reality or your decisions on your emotional state, because the King of Cups in the reverse is someone who's still working on some kind of challenging emotions, whether he's regulating them, whether he's unpacking them, understanding them. But the King of Wands is saying, Pisces, you have the power and you already have the control. Don't allow your emotions or how you feel to misguide you or mislead you or make you think that you're not in the right place or doing the right thing, or that whatever it may tell you. King of Cups in the reverse is saying, right now, it's not the best to trust your emotions. Not that you're denying them, not that you're suppressing them, but trust what it is that you've done. Trust the facts. Trust the reality of the situation because it's really good. Queen of Pentacles in the upright, you did this, you built this. Sometimes you may have wins or successes, and internally you may feel like you needed to do more or that you should have done it a different way. So emotions are not always going to point you to the truth or to the right direction. Sometimes they can be counterproductive or counterintuitive. But Spirit is saying, Pisces, you got this. You're on top. You're grounded. You're stable. Look at what it is that you've created. King of Wands. You decide how you move when you take action. So Eight of Wands in the reverse. There may be some kind of hesitation due to emotions that you're feeling. But again, I'm getting here, it's not the truth. Your emotions don't have the final say. Your results do. Your groundedness, your inner stability, your inner peace, the truth, the what's real. Again, pentacles are the things that we can touch, feel, and grab, the 3D things. Whereas emotions can be ethereal or elusive or confusing. Eight of Wands in the reverse. If there's any kind of hesitation or pause or back and forth, it is connected to some kind of emotions that are not based in truth. An example of this energy is that you have the results, you do something very well, but the King of Cups in the reverse, you may go through self doubt or some kind of process that is internal that is not at all the reality. The reality is good, the reality is positive, but your emotions may be guiding you otherwise. You may be too hard on yourself. This is why you can't solely trust your emotions. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. Clarify the Eight of Wands in the reverse for Pisces. What does Pisces need to know about the Eight of Wands in the reverse? Nine of Cups in the reverse, and the Five of Cups in the reverse. You see how every water card is in the reverse here? This talks about your emotions. Right now is not the time to rely on your emotions or to trust your emotions about something because it's not depicting the truth. In the reverse is showing the shadow side. So if you did something right and you did one thing that could have been better, you're focusing on that one thing. So if everything else is going good, but there's one small problem, it's like the emotions are focusing on that small thing and it's expanding it. And all the water cards are in the reverse. Your emotions are not going to be the best path forward at this time when it comes to making decisions. Trust what is true, trust what is real. Okay? King of Wands in the upright. You're in control. You make the decisions. You decide. Holy Spirit, why is the Five of Cups in the reverse for Pisces? Why is the Five of Cups in the reverse for Pisces? Three of Pentacles in the upright. With the Five of Cups being in the reverse, this is the exact energy that I'm getting off of all the water cards. So, as you can see here, he is focused on the cups that have spilled, on the things that haven't worked out. He's looking at the past and he's almost expanding the things that haven't worked out or the things that were disappointing, the things that were hurtful, the things that he had to walk away from. But here he has two cups. And Spirit is saying, Pisces, you have a lot going for you, a lot of positive momentum, a lot of opportunities. There's something here that you built that you should be proud of. And he's focused on the things that haven't worked out. If he were to turn his head on the things that are working out, on the things that are moving forward, on the things that he should be proud of, he wouldn't be feeling the feelings of disappointment or the feelings of sadness or the feelings of nostalgia. Yeah, there's something here about redirecting your focus on the things that are working out, focusing on gratitude so that you can channel more of the positive energy because emotions here are misleading. Again, if you're focused on the one thing that didn't go right, or if you're focused on the one thing that you could have done better, instead of all the other things that you did right, all the other things that you managed, all the other things that you've been able to grow and expand, that's the energy that I'm getting here. So at this time, focus on the facts, focus on what's real because it's very positive for you. But you may be hard on yourself to where you're focusing on the things that didn't work out. And that may lead to hesitation or stalling or self sabotage when Spirit is saying that's not necessary. You have the King of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. You're being guided to focus on stability, on what's real, and to take action towards that. You're in power, you're in control. Do not allow your emotions to tell you otherwise. Holy Spirit, clarify the King of Cups in the reverse. What does Pisces need to know about the King of Cups in the reverse? Pisces need to know about the King of Cups in the reverse. Ace of Cups in the reverse. The World in the reverse. And the Eight of Swords in the reverse. This is past events, things that have already happened, but they're still present in your emotional body. Things that didn't work out in the past, world in the reverse, there's some kind of unfinished business. Emotionally, you haven't closed the loop or it keeps coming up. So if things are going good in your physical life, in your reality, but your emotions are focused on a past event that didn't work out, is showing still present in your emotional body, which is not true. It's not the reality of the situation. The Eight of Swords is in the reverse. You've already freed yourself of this, but emotionally, it's still present, even though it's past energy. I don't know if that makes sense, but Spirit is saying this is not the truth. This is why you're being guided to focus on the present moment and what's real right now. Because right now, everything is good. Right now, everything is moving forward in the right direction. But these emotions, due to past events, may be making you think otherwise. Spirit, clarify the world in the reverse. What does Pisces need to know about the world in the reverse? Two of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so there's an energy here. This may not resonate for all of you, of past cycles that have already ended, have already closed out, but your emotions about the event or how you felt during those situations is still present. There's a need to close a cycle here emotionally. Even though it has closed already, physically, mentally, the emotional part of it is still present, is what I'm getting here. This is why Spirit is saying, Pisces, focus on the present moment and not in the past. Because this is linked to the past. It has nothing to do with your present moment or the future. What does Pisces need to know at this time, Holy Spirit? What does Pisces need to know at this time, Holy Spirit? What does Pisces need to know at this time, Holy Spirit? Someone's jealousy is louder than their support. And your spirit guides are so impressed in how you've managed, how you've overcome, what you've built, what you've done. Regardless of what happened in the past, you may have had a lot of people go up against you, trying to betray you, trying to take you out. King of Cups in the reverse, you're remembering the emotions of what happened, but that's no longer your present reality. That's not what you're going through right now. Your spirit guides are so impressed with the facts, with the results, with who you are right now, and someone's jealousy is louder than their support. Some of you are remembering betrayals or you're processing through emotions that hurt you in the past of jealous people that may have pretended to be on your side, may have pretended to want to support you, but they may have been backstabbers. This may have been a loss, a disappointment, sadness. Ace of Cups in the reverse, false starts. Eight of Swords in the reverse, trying to make you feel trapped. Two of Swords in the reverse, not knowing which way to go or what to do. The world in the reverse, unfinished business emotionally. And your spirit guides are so impressed in how you managed this, how you overcame, what you did after, with the facts and the results. So there's something here about other people's jealousy at how you've overcome and what you've made out of yourself, how you've succeeded. Is you've reached a level of enlightenment to where you don't even have animosity or anger or hatred towards these people. You've advanced beyond that, you've transcended that. You're not even mad at the situation, but you still remember the feelings and the emotions. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. What are your messages for Pisces? And what does Pisces need to know at this time? What does Pisces need to know at this time, Holy Spirit? The old you served a purpose, the new you serves your dreams. Some of these people that are jealous are upset at the fact that you have boundaries and that you're doing what's best for you. This is why you're flourishing. When you were trying to do what was best for them, that's when you experience betrayals. That's when you experience people coming up against you. That's when you experience these low lows with the King of Cups in the reverse. And now that you're doing what's best for you, you're in the Queen of Pentacles energy. You're more stable, you're more grounded, you're succeeding, you're moving forward. There's more abundance in your life. Okay, so some people here are jealous because they're no longer receiving the energy or the access that you once gave them. And you're now serving yourself, you're serving your dreams. You are being protected from something you prayed for. Some of you may have prayed for people or tried to help people that were trying to harm you. That's literally what I just heard. And now you've learned that lesson. You're putting all that energy into yourself, and this is why you're flourishing in the Queen of Pentacles energy. You've had enough time to reflect. That's the thing about Pisces. Pisces is the sign of karma, but it's also the sign of the self undoing. Trying to do the most for others, trying to be there for others, may have been your downfall, may have been the cause of this King of Cups in the reverse, of this Five of Cups in the reverse, putting other people before your own needs. And now you're learning that that is the way to self undoing. That path of sacrifice, that path of self destruction, is when you put others before your own needs. You sacrificed a lot for other people, and it led to your own undoing. So, Spirit is saying, Pisces, you learned the lesson. You're now serving your dreams. You're now putting yourself first. And this is why your energy is flourishing. Queen of Pentacles in the upright, King of Wands. It is time to take action that is beneficial to you. You are being protected from something you prayed for. You may have prayed for a person or gone out of your way to try to help them. And Spirit is protecting you from that prayer because that person has more jealousy towards you. They don't care that you've sacrificed for them. They don't care that you've put yourself last in order to make something happen for them. Okay? Their jealousy is louder than their support. For some of you in the past, you may have not understood if you were willing to do so much for someone and sacrifice yourself, self destruct in a sense, for someone else's well being, their jealousy was still louder than their support. Their betrayal. This person, Pisces, didn't just want to take from you, they wanted to see you down. They wanted to see you break. And Spirit is protecting you from something you prayed for. You may have prayed for this person's well being. Spirit, your guides see things that you don't. They see what other people say and do behind closed doors. So, this is some kind of protection over your life. Take one small step today. King of Wands energy. You are in power, you are in control, and you're being guided to move forward with something. The Eight of Wands in the reverse is some kind of hesitation because you are allowing your emotions to guide you. King of Cups in the reverse. Your emotions are not guiding you in the right direction. Again, it's connected to a past cycle. If you did everything right, but you did one little thing wrong, you're focusing on that little thing, is what I'm getting here. That's why there's so many water cards in the reverse. Every single one of your water cards is reversed. So your emotions are not going to be the most reliable way to move forward, or what you should listen to, or what you should trust. Trust the results, trust the facts, trust what's real, grounded, and stable, because it's already flourishing. It's already expanding. It's multiplying. King of Wands, you're in control, you're in power of your actions because your emotions and your thoughts are connected. So if you're feeling negative emotions and you're having thoughts of being entrapped, that's still not the truth. That's still not the reality of the situation. You're doing a lot better than you think, is what I'm getting here. And Spirit is saying, take one small step today. What are you being guided to take action on? What are you being guided to do? How can you serve your dreams today? Holy Spirit, clarify the King of Wands for Pisces. What does Pisces need to know about the King of Wands? What does Pisces need to know about the King of Wands? I just heard the ball is in your court. Need to know about the King of Wands. The Fool. There is a new adventure, and there's a new path opening up for you. There's a sense here of excitement, of newness, of opportunities, possibilities. Again, the Fool is where everything and anything is possible. It's not card number one, it's card number zero. Zero allows you the energy to quantum leap into a new reality. And what I'm getting here, the Fool is in the upright. The King of Wands is also in the upright. You're in control of this energy. This is not something that is happening to you. This is something that you're directing by your thoughts, by your actions, by your own direction. You are creating this for yourself. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. Clarify the King of Wands for Pisces. What do you want Pisces to know about the King of Wands? Nine of Swords in the reverse, Knight of Cups in the reverse. Every single water card is in the reverse. 30-30 on the clock. Right now is not the time to rely on your emotions or trust what your emotions are telling you. Again, they're all in the reversed. So they're showcasing the shadow side of the emotions that are connected to a past cycle, causing overthinking, overanalyzing, some kind of restlessness when Spirit is saying, just take action, just do, be in the present moment. If before you take action, you tune into what you're feeling emotionally, just know that it's connected to a past cycle. It has nothing to do with what you're doing or where you're headed. It's not telling you anything about the future. So if you feel a certain way, don't think that that is a sign for what's to come or where things are headed. Okay, I don't know why that message keeps coming up, but you have the Six of Swords here at the bottom of the deck. There's a major shift, a major transition taking place in your life. And again, tune into the excitement, into the possibilities, into the opportunities. King of Wands, you are in control. Don't allow your emotions to be on the driver's seat. The Fool, new beginnings, potential, adventures, enthusiasm, awakening innocence, optimism. Every dream achieved begins with the seemingly foolish notion that there is something bigger out there, something greater to explore and to become. This childlike optimism comes from deep within your knowing, and it reminds you that you can achieve all the magical things that you've been dreaming about. The journey of the soul begins with a single step, and you may find yourself on the edge of an epic journey. Turn towards your future with enthusiasm and know that a divine leap of faith is required in order to claim the reward that the abyss is offering. You may not feel ready, you may not be ready, but there is magic in the air. The universe is waiting to support you with infinite love and guidance. Trust your intuition as you swan dive into the seed of potential. I am ready for this adventure down my soul path. And remember, Pisces, your intuition is not your emotions. Spirit is saying, trust your intuition because it's already leading you in the right direction. There's no need to overthink something or to overanalyze. King of Wands, just be present and take action. Queen of Pentacles, remain grounded. There's a message coming in with someone's jealousy is louder than their support. You may have the inclination to share your good news or to share this positive energy in your life, this Queen of Pentacles, what it is that you've built with someone. And Spirit is saying, Pisces, reserve that for yourself and stay quiet about the good news. This message may not resonate for all of you, so don't take it if it's not your message. But their jealousy is louder than their support. So they may be sending negative energy. There may be some kind of evil eye or jealousy about the things that are going right, about the good news. So just know that it's a double edged sword. So if you keep it to yourself, people can't ruin what they don't know about. Keep your good news to yourself so that you don't get any kind of conflicting evil eye kind of energies. Yeah, you're protected from something you prayed for. You may have prayed for this person. You may have wanted to share your good news with them. You may have wanted to share these blessings with them. The Spirit is saying their jealousy is louder. The reason they're not in your life is because it was divine intervention. Spirit is protecting you from them. Some of you are very good at making things happen for others, at supporting others, of being there for them, but you're needing to do that for yourself. And a lot of you have already done this. Queen of Pentacles, this is why you're here. But there's a need to sustain that energy. When things are going good, when you have good news, there's a need to keep it contained. Okay, keep quiet about it so that you can keep moving forward without any kind of conflict or resistance or evil eye energy. Your spirit guides are impressed. What you overcame, what you did with what you had is impressive. You reached the Queen of Pentacles position. You don't get here by accident. Your work is working, is what I'm getting here. So, Hangman energy. So, need to be reflective, to pause, and to keep to yourself. You can be in the moment, you can be present, you can enjoy, but there's something here about reserving your good news for yourself because someone's jealousy may be louder than their support. This may be family, this may be friends, these may be people that you just meet, and you just don't want that kind of evil eye on your plans, on your projects, on your life. So keep it to yourself, a full energy. There's a new adventure, there's a new journey here opening up for you, and there's a need to not overthink about it, to not consult your emotions about it. There's a need to just be present with it and to take action and to stay grounded. Spirit, clarify the Fool for Pisces. What is this energy for Pisces, and what do you want Pisces to know about the Fool? Justice. This new journey, this new adventure is going to bring justice into your life. It's going to balance things out in your life, and it's going to restore some kind of truth, some kind of power. It's going to restore balance. Card number 11. This is a divine portal. Whatever this new adventure, whatever this new idea, whatever this new opportunity is for you, just know that justice is here. You're going to be divinely protected in this adventure, in this path. And it's also going to bring a lot of restoration into your life. There's nothing here to be afraid of. There's no reason to overthink. There's no reason to overanalyze because you have justice here. This is also the Archangel Michael card. You're going to be divinely protected on this path, and just know that blessings are going to come from this. If you knew that only good things were going to come from a decision, from a specific journey that you were to embark on, you wouldn't be wondering of the what ifs. What if this doesn't work out? What if this happens? You wouldn't be stuck in overthinking. You would take the leap of faith, you would rush towards it, is what I'm getting here. You would have already jumped on this, is what I'm getting here. You would have already taken the action, you would have already been running towards it. But take your time, be reflective, stay balanced, stay grounded. But Spirit is saying good things are coming from this path, good things are coming from this adventure. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. Clarify the flow for Pisces. Strength in the reverse. Why is the strength in the reverse, Holy Spirit? Why is the strength in the reverse? Is this so? King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. That is a double confirmation. This energy is solid. This energy is real. This is something that you can show for. It's physical. You can touch it, feel it, grab it. The strength being in the reverse, this is some kind of hesitation to taking some kind of leadership in your life. With more power comes more responsibilities, and you're hesitating and taking some kind of leadership role or stepping up in a sense. The Spirit is saying, Pisces, this is your rightful place. King of Pentacles, you were built for this. You were made for this. You're going to ground your energy in a way that you haven't experienced before. Because the King of Cups in the reverse, this is allowing yourself to be guided by emotions that are not rooted in truth. They're connected to past events, to past things that didn't work out. But the truth is here. Queen of Pentacles, the Hangman, the King of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the Justice, the Fool. The strength is some kind of hesitation to taking on more responsibility or to taking a position of power. The Spirit is saying you are made for this. This is your rightful place. King of Pentacles is going to stabilize your energy and is going to multiply the blessings. The King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles are the most abundant cards. They have mastered this physical reality. Don't worry about the responsibility because the rewards are going to be so good that you're not going to think about the responsibility itself. Some of you are afraid of taking on too much or putting so much responsibility on yourself and hesitating about taking some kind of leadership or power. The Spirit is saying, Pisces, the rewards are going to be so good that you're not going to give this a second thought. Yes, with great power comes great responsibility, but the rewards are going to be worth it. Holy Spirit, give me a few messages for the strength in the reverse. What do you want Pisces to know about the strength in the reverse? What do you want Pisces to know, Holy Spirit, about the strength in the reverse? The strength of the reverse. What is meant for you won't confuse you. Your dream life is closer than your fear tells you. Your future self is begging you to take this risk. I'm going to have to clarify this message before I say anything. Holy Spirit, clarify what is meant for you won't confuse you. What do you want Pisces to know about what is meant for you won't confuse you? Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Pisces, this is insane. What I'm getting here is you are meant to be in power. You're meant to be in a position of leadership, and you're not meant to give your power away. You're not meant to give your independence away, your sense of individuality. That doesn't work for you. You need to be in power. You need to be in control. So Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. If there is anything that is confusing you because you have to submit to someone else or submit to some kind of structure, that is not meant for you. So if you're getting some kind of confusion or if you're going through some kind of back and forth here, there's something here about not compromising. Something is already meant for you. Something is already available for you, but there's a need here to work on your own sense of trust. You are doing better than you think. Do not allow your self-doubt to tell you otherwise. But there is a need to step into your leadership, step into your strength, step into your power. What does Pisces need to know about the Hangman? Please clarify the Hangman for Pisces. Knight of Wands. Okay, from reflection into action. Seven of Cups, Page of Cups in the reverse. Staying in a reflective state or contemplating may cause a sense of overwhelm or having too many options. Whereas Spirit is saying, Pisces, the reflection served you. The reflection did its job. You're good to go. Knight of Wands. It's time to take the next action. It's time to take the next step. And it's directly connected to take one small step today. So King of Wands and the Knight of Wands in the upright. You're meant to move forward with something here. Three of Pentacles, there's some kind of collaboration, there's some kind of project. Knight of Wands, what have you been dreaming about? The Knight of Wands gallops in and out of your reading with the messages of adventure, of impulsivity, and of bravely pursuing the things that inspire you the most. The passion project you've been tinkering with, that drum circle you've always wanted to join, allow spontaneity into your choices and gift yourself the freedom to shift your reality to match your desires. It's okay to crave new things and to run with the wind when you're feeling charged up about an idea. Go with it. Allow this high spirited energy to rush in and incite a wildfire of positive momentum. Make your passions work for you while wishing yourself towards success. Your affirmation is, in the pursuit of the imagined, I manifest this fire with infectious feelings of inspiration. You already know what to do, and the less you think about it, and the less you reflect about it, the more present you're going to be with the decision. Holy Spirit, clarify the Knight of Wands for Pisces. What does Pisces need to know about this Knight of Wands? What does Pisces need to know about this Knight of Wands? Ten of Wands. It is time to release something that is burdensome and heavy. Maybe responsibilities that are no longer in alignment, or burdens that are no longer something that you're meant to carry. This can talk about past baggage. King of Swords in the upright, get clear about the things that you're meant to release. Because the Ten of Wands won't allow you to move fast enough. You see how the Knight of Wands is sprinting? This is a fast moving energy, whereas this one is so slow because he's carrying so much on his back. So there's something here about prioritizing, and King of Swords, being truthful and honest with yourself. What has to go? What can you no longer carry? What baggage needs to be released? Or what responsibilities are no longer in alignment? You can't do everything at once, is what I'm getting here. Holy Spirit, clarify this Knight of Wands for Pisces. What does Pisces need to know about the Knight of Wands? The Magician. It is time to manifest. See here, he has a wand in hand. There's something here that you're meant to take action on. There's something here that you're meant to do. Magician energy. The energy is aligned in your favor. You got this. But the Ten of Wands is saying, Pisces, you can't carry the whole world on your back. You can't carry all these responsibilities, or you can't do everything at once. And there's something here that you have to release so that you can move forward. More, Holy Spirit. Clarify the Magician for Pisces. What is Pisces meant to do with the Magician energy? What is Pisces meant to do with the Magician energy, Holy Spirit? What is Pisces meant to do? Three of Pentacles in the reverse. So the Knight of Wands clarified by the Ten of Wands, the Magician, and then the Magician clarified by the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. There's a lot coming in here. So Spirit wants you to know that this excitement, this adventurous energy, this fast-moving energy that comes from the Knight of Wands is being weighed down and burdened by the Ten of Wands. Responsibilities, obligations, being exhausted or being overcommitted, having to do a lot. But the Magician in the upright is saying, Pisces, you have everything you need to make it work. There's a need to be more strategic rather than burning out and trying to do everything at once. But you have the tools, you have the resources, or the ability to be resourceful with something to make it work. Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Outside assistance or outside help or outside support may be unreliable at this time. So there's a need to trust in yourself and your abilities to make something happen, to make something work here. Move boldly, but responsibly. What's your guidance for Pisces when it comes to the Three of Pentacles in the reverse? Let it be messy and choose yourself. Pisces, there's a need to trust yourself. Spirit is saying, yes, you may be carrying a lot on your shoulders. You may have a lot of responsibility where you can't just fully go all in into the Knight of Wands energy because you have to deal with the Ten of Wands. But with the Magician, Spirit is saying, Pisces, you have everything you need to make this happen. You just have to be strategic about it and choose yourself. Some of you may not be able to rely on outside assistance or other people. And Spirit is saying, let it be messy. It doesn't have to be perfect, but keep moving forward with something here. Let it be messy. Great things rarely begin with perfect plans. Embrace imperfection, authentic beginnings, creativity and chaos. Surrender, trust the process, and self-compassion. Stop waiting for it to be polished before you start. Stop believing you need a flawless plan before you move. Big, beautiful, world shifting things often begin in the mess, in the scribbled notes, the awkward first steps, the half formed ideas, and uncertain beginnings. This card is your permission to dive in as you are. Let it be messy, let it be real, let it be imperfect and powerful. The magic isn't the neatness, it's the motion. Every masterpiece begins with a brush stroke, every breakthrough begins with a risk. Mess is not a mistake, it's proof you're in it. Guidance. If you've been procrastinating because things don't feel together enough, this card invites you to start anyways. Progress doesn't come from perfection, it comes from presence. From showing up, from moving through the discomfort of the unknown without needing to control every outcome. Let go of the fantasy that everything needs to be figured out. Clarity lives on the other side of messy action. Ones of you that resonate with this message, the journaling prompts are: where am I waiting for everything to be just right before I begin? What does perfectionism protect me from? And what is it holding me back from? What would I create or try today if I'm allowed to be imperfect? Your affirmation is: I trust the mess, I trust the magic, I begin before I'm ready, and that is enough. Action steps: choose one project, idea, or dream and give it messy life today. Press publish, start the draft, make the call, scribble the outline. Let motion replace hesitation. The masterpiece will shape itself as you move. Okay, that's beautiful. Pisces, trust yourself. You may not be able to rely on other people. Um, at this time with the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, this is unreliable energy, but you have everything you need. The Magician, and choosing yourself means that you're doing what is best for you. Okay, take one small step today and let it be messy. Holy Spirit, clarify the Queen of Pentacles for Pisces. What does Pisces need to know about the Queen of Pentacles? What does Pisces need to know about the Queen of Pentacles energy? The Devil, the Seven of Wands, and the Six of Swords. Holy Spirit, clarify the Devil for Pisces. What does Pisces need to know about the Devil? What does Pisces need to know about the Devil? What does Pisces need to know about the Devil, Holy Spirit? Five of Swords in the reverse. Pisces, there's a need here to end any kind of karmic loops or toxic loops that are exhausting your energy. Any kind of mental mind games, any kind of deceit, any kind of unfair games. Okay, the Five of Swords talks about mind games or being taken advantage of in a situation. The Seven of Wands is something here about fighting this off, protecting your boundaries, and doing what is necessary, what is required to protect your sense of peace, your stability, and your groundedness. As you can see here, these cards are very similar. This is Swords, this is Wands. As you're protecting a boundary, as you're standing up for yourself and defending yourself, there's also a need to move forward here. Devil energy, yeah. Something here has been open and exhausting your energy. It may be causing some kind of karmic loop. So, Seven of Wands, you have the right to stand up for yourself, to protect yourself, to defend yourself. With the Six of Swords, as you take this action, you're also meant to move forward with something. Spirit, clarify the Six of Swords for Pisces. What does Pisces need to know? Four of Pentacles, remain grounded, balanced, stable. For some of you, resistance and stubbornness is some form of determination. You're not settling for something that is not benefiting you, is what I'm getting here. You're holding off for something better, or you're being resistant or determined. Some people may call it stubborn, but you know what is best for you. You know what you deserve. You know what is right for you. Queen of Cups, you're honoring yourself. You're not abandoning yourself in the situation. I'm going to head over to Patreon for the extended. For the ones of you that do resonate, the links are down below. It gives you access to all the extended readings and readings that are not available on YouTube. I'm also going to look into what you don't see coming, Spirit's final advice and guidance. Blessings, Pisces. Take care.